What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Blake Unruh. Today we will be going over Big 12 schedule predictions. I've tried to screen record this literally 4 freaking times, and it keeps on disabling the recording, so hopefully it works this time. I highly doubt it. Today we'll be doing Big 12 schedule predictions. Before we get started, I do want to talk about my last season's Big 12 predictions. I ran over them. I did not go post a YouTube video about it, but they were historically bad. I had K-State going to the playoff at 11-1. I had Texas going like 6-6 in the middle of the pack. I had Oklahoma State like at 12 or 13 in the conference. That's just a little snippet of how bad my predictions were last year. But this year's going to be better. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Again, I've already done week 1 like 5 times and ran over it and talked to myself because the recording was not going on. I'm going through the 3 main games, and then you guys could just look through the other ones. North Dakota State, Colorado, TCU, Stanford, and Penn State, West Virginia, and South Dakota State, Oklahoma State. I am going to include that one too. North Dakota State over Colorado. Colorado's going to get woken up on. North Dakota State is a good football team. And South Dakota State, Oklahoma State. Let's talk about that one too. One of these games are going to be upset. South Dakota State over Oklahoma State or North Dakota State over Colorado. One of those are going to happen. But SDSU over Oklahoma State is it most realistic? I think I could choose that one too. Over NDSU over Colorado. Like, Mike Gundy is like a meme. Like, Mike Gundy does not have his men ready early on in the season. Like, they lost to South Alabama. Who'd they lose to week 1? I don't remember who they lost to week 1. But they started like 0-2 last season. And, you know, my 12 or 13 last season was starting to look realistic. Like, I was like, do I actually have something here? No, I didn't. TCU and Stanford. Talk about that one real quick. I thought this was a neutral site game. I would have picked TCU if it was. But it's at Stanford. Again, it's week 1. Packed houses across the way. Every house is going to be packed week 1 because of the hype of college football. So I'm going Stanford here. Penn State as West Virginia. This applies to that game. Like, Penn State is going to a hostile environment. It's going to be stripe out. It's going to be yellow and blue stripe out. It's going to be a good environment at night. I can't wait to see that matchup. I'm actually not going to see it because I'm going to see UT Martin, Kansas State. But tune into that game. Okay, Wyoming, Arizona State. This is another big upset. Not going to spend too much time into it. Arizona State sucks. So yeah, moving on to week 2. 2 big matchups are Arkansas, Oklahoma State, Kansas State at Tulane. To start it off, I don't think Arkansas, if they're gonna compete in the SEC, they're gonna have to win that game at Boone Pickens Stadium. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Kansas State at Tulane. We lost to Tulane 2 seasons ago. In alternate jerseys. The uniforms look nice. The team did not look nice. So yeah. Still going Kansas State here. Tulane is down. They don't have their good QB Pratt anymore onto the NFL. Spears onto the NFL too. They don't have the weapons they had that beat us 2 years ago. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. That's a huge matchup, but Pittsburgh sucks. Baylor and Utah. That's a good matchup. I think this is a non-conference game. I'm pretty sure this is a non-conference game. I think I've already been over this is a non-conference game. But I'm not too sure about that. Still going Utah here. Iowa State at Utah. Okay. Iowa State at Iowa. That'll be a fun matchup. But I'm still going Iowa State. They have a lot of young talent. They're upcoming. Iowa State's going to probably compete for... Or I know they're going to compete for Big 12 championship next year. But, yeah. Albany, West Virginia. I'm going West Virginia. Sam Houston State, Central Florida. Kansas at Illinois. That's a good matchup. Still going Kansas here on the road. Colorado at Nebraska. Nebraska still sucks, even with that new quarterback. They're gonna throw like 5 interceptions to Travis Hunter that game. Houston at Oklahoma. That'll be a fun matchup. Oklahoma's gonna have to win that game to survive in the SEC. Gonna say that about every SEC opponent. So I'm going Oklahoma here. Long Island. Never heard of them. Northern Arizona. Never heard of them. Like, who are they? Texas Tech. Over Washington State, I'll say. Texas Tech. Actually, I'm going Washington State here. Texas Tech ruined my bracket last year. I had them 2 in the Big 12. Like, I told you, that was a little snippet of how bad my predictions were. But yeah. Mississippi State at Arizona State. Going Mississippi State. Arizona State is trash. There's a look at the updated standings. At SMU, going into the Power 4. They're in the ACC, and they should not join the ACC because the ACC is about to fall in samples. But that does not matter. No. But if they're going to compete in the ACC, they have to beat teams like BYU. BYU is going to have to compete in the Big 12. BYU over SMU. Arizona State at Texas State. Going Texas State. You guys thought Arizona State sucks, man. Why are they here? Why are they in the Big 12? UNLV, good team. But I don't think that in Arrowhead they are not beating KU. If Arrowhead's going to be packed, it's going to be fun to see. Arizona, Kansas State. This is a non-conference matchup. This is on a Friday. I forgot it was on a Friday. But yeah, it's on a Friday. But it's going to be a night game. Tune in to Fox this week. It's going to be real fun. Miami over Ohio over Cincinnati. Cincinnati's going to get that win. I wish I could spend a little bit more time talking about that game because Miami over Ohio has some athletes. North Texas goes into Texas Tech. It'll be a small double-digit matchup, I think. But Tech gets that win. Oklahoma State at the rival Tulsa. Wish I could say Tulsa here. I love Tulsa. Love their head coach. I love cheer for them on. I cheer them on every season. But yeah, Oklahoma State jumps out to 3-0. Oklahoma State has a tough non-conference matchup. Non-conference slate. I just realized that. West Virginia at Pittsburgh. Backyard Brawl, I think it's called. Man, I think I got that right. Just popped up on my mind. That's a fun rivalry to watch, but Pitt is just not. They lost. Whoa, wait, who was that? Was it Justin Herbert that Pitt had? I feel like Justin Herbert is Oregon. Who did? Okay, it's early in the morning. Okay, stop judging me. How did I not know that? Anyway, I'm just gonna stop blabbering. West Virginia over Pitt. They're down. Utah over Utah State. It's on the road though. Baylor over Air Force. That'll be a good game. Colorado State. I wish I could put a T on this game and just watch it. But I can't. I have to choose somebody. This is a fun matchup. I loved watching it last season. It was so hype. Me and my dad were screaming in our living room. We woke everybody up so they could finish out the game. It was so fun to watch. Like, that is some football that I would like to see once a year, and hopefully they bring it again. Because that's a rivalry matchup. Okay, I'm tired of all these weak rivalries. Like, Colorado State, 100%, my hot take. I have 2 hot takes. You're going to see my hot take here in a little bit. My hot take is that this rivalry is way better than OU Texas, okay? OU Texas rivalry is never hype. Like, I'm never excited to tune into that game. I'm excited to tune into this game. But Colorado, squeaks out a victory in the 7th overtime and beats Colorado State. Central Florida, TCU. Is this a non-conference game? I don't think it's a non-conference game. This is a conference game. Okay. Yeah, Central Florida, TCU. This is a conference game. This is a good one. UCF is a better football team, but it is at TCU. Hi, Sasha. Love my dog. Hi, baby. UCF over TCU. But that'll be a good game. Rice does not beat Houston. They're like a mile apart college. It's actually insane. Yeah. BYU, Wyoming's not going to get the best of BYU like they did Arizona State. Here are the updated standings. I didn't know TCU would be number 2 if they have a loss. I feel like they would be number 16 because they have a Big 12 loss, but okay. Okay, on the week 4, again, smaller slate because there are bye weeks. My hot take is that, my biggest hot take, again, literally, you're going to see this a lot this season because a lot of college football analysts, you're going to hear it on College Game Day, it's the toughest thing to do is go on the road. Or not go on the road. The second toughest thing to do is go on the road in college football. The first toughest thing to do is play a team after their bye week. It sucks. It's hard to do. So that's my hot take. You're going to hear that a lot because people are going to steal it from me. Watch out. Kansas State over BYU, though. Yeah. Colorado, Baylor, that'll be a good game. And Colorado sneaks that one out. Utah, Oklahoma State. Utah's going to beat Oklahoma State. And Boone Pickens. Sorry. TCU, SMU. Man. Go SMU here. Arizona State, Tech. Houston, Cincinnati. It'll be a fun matchup. Former AAC matchup, right? American Conference. It's just American. Go Cincy here. They're a dark horse for me. KU over West Virginia and Iowa State. Updated conference standing. Week 5. Utah Arizona matchup. I'm going to start with this one because it's the biggest one. Arizona coming off a bye. Utah's not. Utah's coming off a hard-fought victory in Boone Pickens Stadium. Going Arizona. And they're working our way up. We go Iowa State over Houston. Central Florida over Colorado. Tech over Cincinnati. I'm going to go Cincinnati over Tech. And an upset. And KU and Arrowhead. Oklahoma State, Kansas State. That's going to be a big matchup. Kansas State by 20 there. And then Baylor over BYU. There's the updated conference standings. So we got 5. Okay, first of all, is anybody coming off their bye week? West Virginia is. I think Arizona State is. West Virginia and Arizona State are. Still think Oklahoma State's going to be West Virginia. I still think Kansas is going to be Arizona State. I'm not living up to my hot take. Houston over TCU. Iowa State over Baylor. Arizona over Tech. And Florida and Central Florida. For Florida, probably just got off like 2 straight SEC games, probably, if I would like to say. They're going to have to beat UCF if they're going to survive in the SEC, if they're going to try and make a bowl game this season. Or even compete for 7-8 wins. You have to beat UCF, and I think they do. See updated conference. Utah, Arizona State. Not even going to talk about that. Arizona State still sucks. It won't change. Arizona over BYU. Kansas State and Colorado both coming off byes. This is a game I've scheduled on the calendar. I'm actually going to this game personally. That's going to be a fun matchup. Both teams coming off byes. So, the preparation for this game is insane. And I think this could decide, how good Colorado is. But I think K-State pulls out that victory. But I won't be surprised, or actually I will be surprised. I'll be crying in my room all night if Dion's team pulls that one out. Cincinnati over UCF. Two teams doing surprisingly good in the Big 12. UCF comes out on top and stops Cincinnati. They're probably ranked by now. But yeah. Iowa State and West Virginia. Go West Virginia. Here the updated standings. You still have 4 teams undefeated. Kansas State and Littleboro are undefeated overall. And Arizona State. Oklahoma State, BYU. Are there any? I don't think there are any bye weeks this week. I'm not too sure. I'm not say that. Oklahoma State beats BYU. UCF and Iowa State. Iowa State pulls that one out. And Ames. I don't know their name, but I was gonna say Ames. Like I said, Hilton Coliseum earlier. Like KU is Arrowhead. It's gonna be a tough place to play. Baylor pulls out the upset over their rival. Arizona beats Colorado. Cincinnati, Utah, and then Kansas State. And a tough victory at West Virginia. Here are the updated standings. Coming off their bye week, though. And is this rivalry week? Doesn't look like rivalry week. Okay. Oklahoma State and Baylor. Oklahoma State pulls out that victory. Cincinnati, look. They're probably even ranked. They're coming off a bye. I think they'll beat Colorado. Colorado has a tough schedule, man, looking at it, actually. Kansas State, it's not in Arrowhead. It's Manhattan, Kansas. Toughest place to play in the Big 12. I think they pull out. And then Tech over TCU. TCU is just not doing good. Yeah, they're 1-7. Yeah. West Virginia, Arizona, BYU, UCF. BYU used to go a long way with that game, and then Utah over them. Here are the updated standings. Moving on. A lot of teams bye weeks this week. Oh my goodness. First off, see Arizona State on the schedule. Baylor over TCU. Iowa State over Tech. Arizona, Kansas State. Remember the updated standings? UCF, Arizona State. UCF. Kansas over Iowa State. Oklahoma State, because they're coming off a bye. Tech. Cincy, they're going to be my dark horse, man. I probably am going to regret this. I need to finish it up. Here are the updated standings. Okay, guys, before we move on to week 12, there's breaking news. Sorry I had to interrupt. My face cam isn't working, so this is the first time you guys get to see my beautiful face. This video to read you guys the verse of the day. This comes from Proverbs 27:17, and this states in the NLT New Living Translation, "As iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens a friend." And personally, this is one of my favorite verses because like this applies to baseball and sports, and like I write this on my hat. Look, I don't even know if you can see it, but look, it's right there, like in my hat. I don't even know if you can see that, but like I write verses on my hat like every year. There's only 3 verses this year, but they're the most important ones in my life, and it's PDV 2717, and I put this: sports are a team thing, and if you don't play sports, like this gets applied to your life. Like to walk through life, you need people, and that's just really what I get out of this verse. And yeah. Anyway, back to week 12. Alright, guys, I'll just remain outside for the remaining video. Alright, anyway, on to the best prediction of the Big 12 schedule you will ever see. Starting off, Houston, Arizona. Go Arizona. Kansas over BYU. Go Colorado over Utah in a big upset. Big history on. Are they about to make a bowl game? They can make a bowl game. They need to win 2 games. I'd like to see their remaining schedule. I'd like to see their remaining schedule first. But the Big 12 is looking good so far. Like, I'm making the Big 12 look so good. Cincinnati, Iowa State. This is big for the Big 12 championship. I can't even believe I'm saying that, bro. Like, yeah. Iowa State 4-2. Cincinnati 5-1, right? Yeah. But Iowa State pulls off that upset that crushes Cincinnati's dreams and hopes. Hopefully be next year. Kansas State over Arizona State. What a waste of a home game that is. Shooting over Baylor. Moving on to week 13. I already see Arizona State on the schedule, so I gotta go BYU. And oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to get. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to go Arizona State on this game, bro. When they win their first game, they're 1-7 now. BYU hasn't even won a Big 12 game. That's crazy. Kansas State over Cincinnati, KU over Colorado, Oklahoma State, Arizona. Tough matchups. Texas Tech could go in the Boone Pickens and win that. Moving on to Baylor Houston. I think Baylor wins that game. And then Utah over Iowa State. And West Virginia over UCF. Moving on to week 14. I see Oklahoma State winning that game. Colorado end up 5-7. And Oklahoma State falls short. This is a big week for Big 12 championship hopes. Utah plays. Utah could not make the Big 12 championship. Utah beat UCF. KU over Baylor. Houston, BYU. Let me see what that's looking like. I'll give the home team BYU the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to Baylor. Ew. Kansas State over Iowa State by 60. Maybe not 60. But anyway, hopefully my sounds good. I'll probably just like fix my mic with like AI. Like, I'm outside right now. I'm not using my indoor mic, so I'm sorry if this sounds like absolutely cooked to you guys. Get these ads out of my screen, man. Tech over West Virginia, Arizona, of course. And I forgot this is rivalry week. 2. There's Arizona, Arizona State, Kansas State, Iowa State. There's literally nothing, nothing else. And then I'll go Cincinnati over TCU. So here's my finalized Big 12 standings, which is actually crazy. Oh my goodness. We have 3 Big 12 teams in the college football playoff. Oh my. But anyway, moving on to the Big 12 championship, K-State beat Arizona early on in the year. Again, it was not a Big 12 game. Arizona went undefeated the rest of the way. Down in Arlington, Arizona comes in on the rising up. Dude, I'm gonna stop me right here, bro. This is cooked. Dude, none of this is true. I'm gonna do even worse than last year. Okay, confidence base. Okay, moving on to championship week. It won't let me actually choose who I think it'll be. Again, I'm gonna cheer for K-State. I did not realize they were gonna be 12-0 in my bracket. Of course, I'm gonna go with K-State. But again, I'm not gonna choose who it is. It's just my Big 12 schedule prediction. So I'm gonna screenshot all of this. I don't even have to. It's on YouTube. Alright, well, now it's my favorite part. Editing. Probably gonna take like 2 hours. This video. Here's my outro. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. This takes literally all my sanity to make a video like this. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see y'all in the next one.